Hello, friends. My name is Jay. I'm the DM here at Bad Plans, and together, along with these wonderful people, we're going to play some Dungeons and Dragons. Welcome back to Tej as well, who's joining us for, he's playing the dashing half-elf rogue, Kira. Welcome back. Really nice to have you.
It's reindeer-like is what he means.
Big dash. A lot of drink.
Yeah. We're back from kind of a long, like the longest break we've had in a while over the holidays, but ready to throw some dice. How is everybody doing?
Doing
Good.
good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Getting ready.
Good, yeah. I have a question for you, though.
Oh, okay.
Simple, straightforward one. So, what do you call a rogue with a lot of hit points?
Not Benadryl.
Oh.
Just kidding.
So I'm never quite sure if I've said them before, because I've read this. So I'm like, did I say this one or not? But you call a rogue with a lot of hit points a con artist.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. These are always like,
For Constitution.
Yeah,
It's a good one. It's a good
Very
one.
nice. Very nice.
All right, you guys
Also,
ready?
there's one about centaurs in here, but I'm gonna say that.
Gonna say that for,
When we
For a
reunite.
special
for our-
occasion.
for our
Yeah.
Valentine's
Yeah,
episode.
the anniversary.
Oh my God,
that'd be
yes.
good. Yes.
Nice.
Mental note.
All right. So in our last session, Belrissa, you found yourself surrounded by a shady group of locals down at the docks in Portsmouth. With knives out, they appeared to be sneaking up on you, though not very well. Instead of turning them to ash, however, you opted to create a blanket of darkness and escape. It was an odd choice on the surface for some of the local fishermen to do something like that, but as it turns out, the men had been searching the docks for a creature of some kind had been stealing their fish. Seems one of them had been there, and it wasn't Belrissa they were looking for, after all. Luckily, they're still alive to tell that tale, and Belrissa is not a murderer, so...
Nope.
It was later that night.
Self-defense. Clearly self. I mean,
I don't know about not a murderer.
Mostly not.
Debatable.
Didn't murder then.
Yes. That night was not a murder.
Good.
Later that night, Remus, the leader of Portsmouth, asked for your help in tracking the strange beast. A bit of food here and there is one thing, but recently the creature had become more brazen and was making off with much larger prey. Just then, amongst the din and drinking and revelry as Jeshi was buying round after round of free drinks for the entire tavern, a familiar face stepped in through the front door of the sleeping savior. It was Kira. After a long journey searching for someone at the behest of Mortimer Gastmere, she'd returned to meet the party in hopes she could join you on your next journey. As it would happen, the party had need of a skilled tracker to find this beast. The next morning, you began the search by interviewing some locals. You met Rowan, the furball man who runs the stables, who, as it turns out, is also a druid. He advised using a strong scent to bait the creature should you discover where it is. You also investigated Old Winnie's place and found strange tracks leading south out of her goat pen. You followed the tracks about an hour down the coast and into the salt marshes. The tide is coming in, but it's still low, making the walking here muddy and slow and just kind of gross. The smell of sulfur and low tide permeates the air, and it would be the only thing you could smell were it not for the spice. Belrissa, you summoned your giant badger, Jean-Claude, from your bag of tricks. You then proceeded to rub it down with the desert glassweed spice you'd gotten from the Bali in the South Desert. From there, you went forward with what will henceforth always be known as the Spicy Badger Plan.
Yeah.
Jean-Claude, with Ziggy on his back, strode valiantly into the glade of trees where the tracks led, where they both saw a small floating light dancing through the air. Moments later, both Ziggy and Jean-Claude fell, vision going dark. You all stand now about 20 yards from the edge of this tree kind of section. That's all. You can't see into the trees, but Belrissa, you were able to see through Ziggy's eyes that it opens up into a kind of clearing with some old ruins. You're hidden now in the tidal pools behind the tall seagrass, kind of looking at each other, unsure what to do. Spicy Badger is down. What's the plan?
Jean-Claude.
Jean-Claude is down.
Spicy Badger is down.
So as you mentioned before, so it's like marshy, muddy, like there's some wet ground here that's hard to sludge through.
Yeah, so with these coastal marshes, when the tide goes all the way out, it turns into this wet mud that you can still kind of walk through. But as the tide begins to come in, you're probably walking through like an inch or two of water, and your feet are kind of like, it's hard to sneak. It's hard to, and you can see the tide is just kind of continually rolling in. With each passing wave, it comes in a little further, and the water gets just a little bit deeper. And these tide pools that you're in, they're deep enough right now where you can hide. But yeah, go ahead.
What time of day is it?
Let's see. You guys left in the morning. It's probably pretty early, like maybe 10 in the morning.
Okay. So the sun would be up.
Yep. Yeah, it's.
I want to immediately dismiss Ziggy into little side dimension.
Okay.
Never to be heard from again. A shame.
He'll be back.
So I'll whisper to Belrissa, wait, so you want to go in there?
Okay, well, there's I don't think this thing's coming out. John
Okay.
Claude's down.
Okay.
How far away is it?
Like, no, just like right there. Like,
No, like how? I mean, I'm kind of asking, like,
You're
are
about-
we within
You're
100
about
feet?
20 yards.
20 yards.
So as we're in this cluster, Kins is going to, because we're all near each other, I'm going to cast Water Walk. And all of us in this clump, assuming you're willing, and we're all willing, right? You're going to
I'm
have the ability to move across any liquid surface. So water, acid, mud, snow, quicksand, blah, 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 as if it were just harmless, solid ground. And if you get submerged, it should
Bloop you out.
pop up.
we've done this before.
Yeah.
So
It does
I'll cast that.
Sweet.
All right. If we have extra time at the end, I'd like you to go eagle form and dive bomb me into the mud and see how it works.
Oh no.
We'll see.
Okay. Jay, for story's sake, my enthusiasm for having recently watched Hawkeye makes me want to have trick arrows. Are there any that you would allow me to have that would not impact the game in a negative way that I wouldn't have to buy from somewhere?
Well, that would depend on what kind of tricks we're talking about.
What kind of tricks are you talking about? Okay. I would say that I would want to have an arrow that is designed for the tip to make a sound when it lands somewhere.
Okay. Let's see. Make a. Do you have any tools in your inventory?
Let me check.
We're gonna
Need Thorkham's
we're gonna retcon some
Okay.
stone of
some
Some
rules.
equipment.
I have thieves tools, a poisoner's kit, and a disguise kit.
Disguise kit. Okay. All right. So here. So. Okay. Roll a dexterity check
Okay.
plus proficiency modifier, which
Plus
for you should
proficiency,
be
okay.
3, right, guys? Does that sound right?
4 for us.
Yeah, because he's level 8, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I'm still on 3. But okay.
Oh.
So 20, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. 17. Call out your rolls out loud since not everybody can see them. So yeah, 17 plus 3.
Plus
is-
3?
Yeah. Great.
20.
Okay. So 20.
Great.
So I will say that that you've got 2 arrows in your quiver
Okay.
that are able to basically when you fire them and they hit a hard surface, they make
Yep.
like sort of like the whole arrow itself sort of breaks and snaps and creates this loud kind of cracking noise. Like it's
Okay.
designed to sort of
Like
explode.
a
on
snap
impact.
pop?
Yeah.
Is that what you...
Okay, so I kind of want to shoot one of these special arrows at this big thick tree that we can't quite see what there, and see if we can scare whatever it is that's there out of the clearing, so we don't have to let it come out here to us in the 20-yard gap, not us closing distance. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Okay.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna shoot the arrow
Okay.
at the tree.
Make an attack roll.
Okay. All right, so this is for choked silence. I rolled a 25.
Okay. Yes. So, your arrow sinks into one of the small trees, and you guys are all actually startled because I'm assuming you didn't tell them kind of what's going to happen. As
No, I think I just took it out of the quiver and shot it.
you hear the twang of a
How was that?
bowstring, and then a split second later you hear just as this thing just crashes into this tree, and you hear this
Well done.
cracking sound.
Oh man. As soon as that happens, Kins clutches her shield and does pass without a trace instinctively for no reason on all of us.
Okay, you all have passed without a trace. Nice.
Hey.
Everybody roll perception.
Heck yeah.
Yes.
How bright would you say it is, Jay?
It's very bright.
It's okay. I got you.
All right, thanks.
need-
27.
Do you need some darkness, Finn?
Kira rolled a 2. She's completely oblivious after firing that arrow.
I believe that was that natural 1 + 1.
The natural one.
Has a net 1 + 1. My
Yeah.
bad.
Dude,
I rolled a
that's
16.
20 with disadvantage. I just wanna.
Vin's rounding it out for the
Nice.
group. Yeah.
Dang.
Do you have disadvantage?
I do if it's bright sunlight. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Shoot, I should have summoned the
'Cause you're
storm
a
cloud.
drow.
Yeah. It's never really come into play because
I
we've always
forgot,
been in
Vin.
like
We need
like
you to be
swamps
covered.
and-
The
yeah.
desert.
Yeah. It's pretty dang bright. I would say Vin's Vin's real squinty, trying to figure out what's going on. Kira, as you shoot the arrow, the noise happens. At the same time, you hear from Kins as she grabs the shield and she whips it over and slings a bunch of mud in your face, and you're just and you're just this whole this comedy of errors happens in the span of 3 seconds. Everybody else seems to have heard something, but you are very distracted by the
Worked
mud
better
that
than
has
you
just
could
gone
ever
into
have
your
hoped.
eyes. You all hear
Oh, well, if you just mateys for mother. Oh, yes. Mateys.
Nope.
For mother. That means there's something else.
I hear that.
Right.
you all hear that.
Do not. I'm looking over at Jesse. Do not cast protection from good and evil.
Why not?
What? Save,
Did you hear that thing?
save
Pig.
your spell slots.
Everybody but me, right?
Yeah, you don't hear it, Kira.
Okay.
You're,
So you're hearing these voices. There's mud in my eye.
Kira! I'll grab your arm, or your cloak, whatever's closest to me. Shh.
What is it?
Did you hear that?
Talking about
Big, salty meaties.
salty. I'm not salty. I do
Badger's dead.
All right.
We see it.
I want to press digitation, a smell, kind of not next to one of us, but somewhere we can all see coming out that it will, maybe. I want a salty, meaty smell.
I have pocket bacon. I have bacon in my pocket candy right now.
Just big. Wow. Okay. Just a random bacon smell.
you're gonna press to digitation a bacon smell
Yes.
somewhere away from you guys.
That we can see that will overwhelm our smells and
We are drawing this thing out
On the edge.
into our line
Yes,
of fire.
the forest.
We're all
yes.
we're not giving up the plan.
Spicy badger version 2.
Is the thing speaking? Is the start of their speaking a result of the arrow, or do they not seem to care about the arrow?
Well, as you are asking yourself that,
Okay.
Belrissa does this thing, and are you doing it near where the arrow went, Belrissa? Or
Just kind of on the edge of the clearing.
Okay, so I would say that they're both in the general. You guys are all kind of aiming in this same direction.
Yeah.
And Belrissa, you do this smell, and as you do that, you see 2 small green heads raise up out of the seagrass.
Oh no.
And they seem to have been creeping towards where the arrow sunk into the tree, and you suddenly see them.
Salty meaty.
And you see this round bulbous green head just kind of poking around, and you see what looks like the glint of metal off the tip of maybe a spear or some sort of weapon. And then a moment later they kind of go back down, and you see the grass start to move as 2 frog-like humanoid shapes emerge up out of the grass, and they start poking the tree with what looks to be crude spears. They're about 3 feet tall. They're up on 2 legs, and they have these, kind of crude, gross, leathery clothes on. Don't seem to be carrying much. And one of them's poking the arrow where where the arrow used to be is now kind of in pieces. And the other one is just
Mother wants her meaties.
Do
Where?
Yeah,
I know what this is? What are these things?
Um,
Bad frogs.
would
I
any
was
of
gonna
you
say,
have ever seen?
at this
Yeah,
point,
I don't think
doesn't-
any of you would have any idea what you're looking at.
at this point, I really think I'm gonna shoot the one that's not poking the tree.
I cast protection from evil and good.
Okay.
Oh my
Actually,
gosh.
Kira, roll intelligence. Just a straight intelligence check.
Sure. Wait. I rolled a 11 plus 5, 16.
Not the save.
Okay.
Roll above.
Oh,
it.
not the
Oh,
save.
yeah,
Sorry.
right.
So it'd be +2, so 13.
Yeah.
13. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry. Clicked the wrong button.
Kira, so you actually traveled up and down the coast quite a bit. I would say that
Sure.
you have heard that there are tribes of these sort of amphibious type things that, you know, the local fishermen and villages here and there have talked about, but you've never encountered one. You've never seen one. I would say you're probably trying to connect some dots, and maybe this is that thing I heard about, but you've never, yeah.
Do I happen to know if they're intelligent or like known to be intelligent, or if they're more like instinctual, savage?
I would say just based on the last couple minutes of observation, like they're communicating, they're speaking a out loud to each other. They're clearly
Okay.
intelligent. Yeah.
Okay, guys, I've heard of these things before. Never seen one, but I'm assuming it's the same thing I've heard of. I think we might just be able to reason with them. Might be able to talk to them, find out who Mother is and what they're up to. Do you want to try and talk to them?
Ooh,
This is a novel idea.
we could try.
Vin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
I'm gonna
Belrissa?
So put your bow down.
I'm
No,
gonna
no, Vin can be.
stealth
I think
and
Vin
have
can be
my
the
bow
protector. He
aimed
can.
at one.
You know, if something
As
bad
soon
happens.
as soon as it makes any kind of hostile looking move, I'll shoot it.
Who shall make the overture to these?
I mean,
I
you or
Lovely
Belrissa
frog
would
wings.
probably
Belrissa
be our best.
Is really good at talking to people.
I
I've
could-
seen her talk to people.
She can also darkness her way out if need be.
Okay.
True.
I see. If we don't talk to them, we just shoot them, and we learn nothing. We don't know what's going on behind the tree. We don't know who the mother is. We don't know what's going on with these
Absolutely
animals.
brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Okay, all right. So
Brilliant
Okay.
strategy.
Do you have any of
Fun.
that bacon that we could, offer? as
Offer?
a peace offering.
Hey, bacon!
That's good.
Why don't the two of you
Make it,
guys
make
go
it,
up?
make it, make it. I'm walking towards it.
Wait. Are Jesse and
make-
Belrissa about to do the Timon and Pumbaa dance from like?
Make it.
If you're looking for a hunk of fat and juicy meat, give a body over here because the other tree.
Make it, bacon.
Yes.
All right, I'm stealthing down into the grass with my
Yeah,
My
you rolled a
handle.
38, by the way, because you have
Yeah,
passed
Plus
the
10.
choice.
yeah 38 there. So.
Did you roll a 38?
He went
Well,
into the
I
swamp.
rolled a 28 with pass without a trace. It's a 38.
I think that's the
so-
highest roll I've ever DM'd.
Yay! Congrats.
Freaking 38?
Pass without a trace is
Wow.
outrageous.
Yeah, it's outrageous.
So Vin could light fireworks and no one would know where.
That's right.
Just blame us.
He could be holding a sparkler and they would still look at someone else.
I want to be clear. I'm not joking. I'm literally walking towards these things with bacon.
I'm right next to Jesse.
okay.
This is the idea. It sounds perfect.
You pulled bacon out of your pocket, which was there for reasons.
I take a bite.
And
A
okay,
snack,
as
like
as you
trail mix.
emerge from the tide pool and you start walking towards these creatures, they immediately spin around and they dip down, and you just see the kind of like bulbous eyes kind of peering through, and then one of them suddenly,
Bacon.
Salty meaties.
Salty
and,
meaties.
and they both of them start to stand up a little bit, spears gripped in hand. What's everyone else doing while Jessie does this?
I'm right with Jesse.
Oh, you're
We're-
with Jessie.
I'm tag teaming this,
You're
yes.
tag teaming the bacon plan. Okay.
Yes.
Got the right
Got it.
people for the job here.
So I want to stealth away from Vin. I mean, still like hidden, but I just want to be. I want distance between me and Vin so that we're kind of apart.
Is there a high ground I could move towards? Is there like a rock or something that's like a
Well-
shore, like a coastal rock that's
Make a perception check.
okay? That's a 6 + 1.
No,
7.
you're kind of down in a divot right now, like in a tidal pool that's
Okay.
slowly filling up. The
Huh.
highest ground is just up on the seagrass, but everything's very flat. There are some ruins kind of scattered throughout this area. Like there obviously used to be, pre-plague era. There used to be like some buildings and scattered stuff here, but no high ground for sure.
No high ground. Okay. Could I move to a more solid position?
Yeah.
Is there one of those ruins that's like
I have
out
the
of
high
this
ground.
temple? That would be the high ground. Yeah.
So I have the high ground. It's over.
Yeah. You can definitely climb up out of this tidal pool and kind of
Okay.
get yourself positioned for sure.
Sure. I'll do
Okay,
that.
Belrissa, Jeshi, you guys are walking up, and one of them kind of stands up a little tall, like its chin comes up, and the tongue keeps.
I rip a bit off and I
Salty
toss it to them.
And it catches it with its tongue.
Whoa! I rip a bit off and I throw it up and I try to catch it with my tongue.
It catches it and pulls it back out.
Salty for mother.
And kind of sticks it in a, and then they both start walking
Pocket
towards you
bacon.
with their spears.
Wait. I tell them, do you want more salty meaties?
For mother.
Yes, for mother.
Tasties.
Yes.
Yeah.
Make a persuasion check.
Yeah, I can do that. 27.
Oh,
Okay.
how do you guys have these numbers? Outrageous.
You're getting all the
Just
big
the
rolls out of the
best.
way before combat starts. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So there's one of them that seems to kind of be like the other one keeps looking at it for direction, and it kind of walks towards you, and it holds the spear out, and it just walks up, and digs the butt of the spear in the ground, puts its like frog-like hands on its hips, and just puffs out its chest, and as it
I look
does, like its whole throat like does the frog thing where it comes way out, and it goes just couple times, and it looks right at you, and it says,
Tasty, tasty. For mother.
I look at Belrissa and I
holds his
say,
hand out.
"We found the alpha frog."
Yes, we did.
The second one, while this alpha situation is happening, grabs its spear and just starts. It goes to poke you,
Me?
Jeshi.
Which-
yeah, and it's just like ting ting, and it's just poking off of your armor,
Whoa!
and it
Whoa!
Not soft meaties.
No.
And it's
I'm
just
not
poking
salty. I'm
you.
sweet.
with its spear, like very.
In a very scolding voice, I look down and I'm like, stop that. Trying to intimidate him.
Mother.
You want to make an intimidation roll?
Yes.
Okay.
Do it.
Go for
do it. Oh my gosh.
24.
Big roll.
I'm owning these frogs.
The smaller one is
Promoting these.
kind of dips back a little bit and kind of starts to move back, and even the bigger one, the alpha, if you will, kind of comes back down, and
You give meaties. You give.
We will give you meaties. However, you and Mother are not welcome in this town. We can tell you a town full of salty meaties.
Can
If
we
you
hear
agree
her?
to leave.
yeah, you can hear her.
We can hear. Okay, I'm gonna look at Kins and be like, "Do we even know that he's the one's taking the animals?"
I don't know.
Belrissa just telling him to leave it down.
We're just going to cause chaos somewhere else. I've heard people do this. They cause trouble and then they save the day. I don't think we want to go that route, but we'll see how it plays out.
I mean, okay. I just
It'll be fine. Belrissa can talk her way out of this.
Arissa,
What?
after if they took the cows.
Okay. I mean, I figured the cows are gone, but I'll ask.
The two frog things kind of look over confused.
Oh my gosh.
and
Kin's like under her shield.
Frogs. Do you have names?
they just kind of look at you confused.
Okay. Did you take the cows?
Moo.
Big.
I'm shaking. I'm literally shaking my head. Just like, what is going?
They just look at you. They have no idea what you're talking about. You might have to act it out a bit
Okay.
more.
I'm gonna switch gears to the goat. The goat. Meh.
Nah.
So I like pantomime how tall about a goat is. Where is the goat?
Make a performance check.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if I have good.
Do they believe your goat?
Can I assist with this performance check?
I mean, you did
Yes.
moo.
You
Oh
have to
my
describe
Oh wait.
what you're doing.
That
Though.
was perception.
Oh man.
I
can
mooed
just-
for the cow, and now I did the goat. Like just kind of.
Man, plus
It's all right.
8 performance also.
21 performance.
Belrissa.
She has charisma out the ears.
Yeah.
rolls.
Yes, she
Monster
does.
rolls. Love it. So Belrissa and Jeshi, Vinadil, you're particularly like you can't roll your eyes hard enough right now as the two of them are pantomiming a goat. They're doing like one of them's doing this and they're like "Bah," and they're like jumping around and the two frogs are just looking at themselves like what the and then finally you see the eyes go of the bigger one and it says
Salty, salty meaties. Bah. Yes.
and it just turns and starts walking into the trees. And the smaller one is kind of like very confused, has no idea what's going on, but just kind of starts following the other one.
Jeshi, do we go with them?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
We'll follow along.
All right. We're going.
So
Okay,
I'll
at
turn.
this point, I'm following 30 feet
Oh my
behind.
gosh.
I mean, we can't just let the two of them walk
Following.
into the.
I turned to Vin and I said,
We are
we're gonna
level
have to.
9.
We're gonna have to kill those frogs.
These are little frogs. I'm
We're,
not
we're
afraid.
gonna have to kill them.
It's fine. It's
Am I supposed to be afraid? Jeshi is not afraid. Despite the protection from evil.
Oh gosh.
Okay, so as you walk through the tree, there's actually only a small, grouping of trees that you kind of walk through, and it opens up, and it's kind of just a scattering of. It's a similar terrain, lots of tide pools. The tide is quickly coming in, kind of filling up these pools, but still relatively shallow. But it opens up into this, almost like a glade where there was just a bunch of trees, and there's a kind of like these small little islands, and there's a bunch of ruins here. Like this clearly used to be something, but the ruins are very old, like possibly even like this place might have been gone even before the plague happened and everything, because the stone is very worn and there's not really, it's really hard to tell what this may have been at some point. But there are these kind of old walls and stuff like that. But
Jeshi, if you see a glowing blue light, don't look at it.
you see the two frog
Okay.
creatures walking
ever?
through the water and
Ever.
onto a small island that is kind of in the middle of a handful of these, waterways. And as you look where they're going, you see behind a stone wall, there is a goat laying on its side, and hovering above it is a small glowing light that's just kind of figurating in the air. Belrissa, you also notice at right about the same moment that about 30 feet to your left, kind of just laying down next to a tree, is the spicy badger with another one of those glowing lights just kind of hovering over it as it just kind of snores in the mud.
Do we still have water walk?
Yeah, we had for an hour.
Kira's gonna knock a regular arrow and just continue forward with the group, but
Is there anything connected to those blue lights? Are they just floating like a will-o-wisp type deal, or is there like a stalk connected to it?
No, they're just floating in the air.
Do I know what those things are?
No, I'm going to say no way.
There's the goat, Jeshi. I think it's alive.
It does look like it's alive. They didn't eat it. I don't
I
understand.
know.
Make a perception check.
Yet.
Two of you.
And maybe, they're saving it.
11.
11.
9.
There we go.
Belrissa, you wouldn't notice this, but Jeshi, you do see the chest rising and falling on the goat. It does appear to be breathing.
I'll look at Kins and say, Kins, do you see Rowan's cows anywhere? Do you see Rowan's cows? Do you see?
Yeah. Okay, I'll scan to see if there's more animals that I see past them.
Okay. Kins, make a perception check.
23.
23. You don't see any other creatures, but you do see bones and quite a bit of what looks like dried blood.
Seems like Mother may have eaten the cows.
Oh no!
And as the
Larissa,
two... Oh, go ahead.
do we announce our presence? We're emissaries from the sleeping savior. Mayor of Portsmouth has sent us.
Yes. That's a
Future mayor. We're back there hiding somewhere.
that's yes.
Okay.
You can do that. You can do that.
Mother!
The two of them whip around
Pocket bacon!
with wide eyes. And they look at each other. And they just look at you, heads cocked, like...
There's trees, right? So like I stopped at the tree line, so I'm peering
Yeah,
in.
you're watching this, yeah.
I'm stopped at the tree line though. Yeah.
We are emissaries from the nearby town of Portsmouth, here to negotiate for payment due on meat delivery.
The big one just says,
They are meat for mother.
Yes.
They agree.
They agree.
No.
and it just
no.
walks...
No. No.
The big one walks over
I'm out.
and
I
it
stare at
raises
Kira.
its and it walks over to the goat, raises up the spear,
No.
and
No.
looks
We
at
shoot it.
looks at
We shoot it.
Belrissa.
Nope. I definitely do something to it. That is a
We
thing.
roll initiative.
Okay,
Yeah, we
I
roll
was gonna say
initiative.
before, no. we will
This thing better
stop
hope
this.
Gonna say, Kira's
I
about
hope
to
I
shoot
rolls
the
low.
wrist.
Roll it till Jay.
Look,
if
we
have
are-
a map.
We're invested in this goat, okay?
Oh yeah, we can't roll it. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
That's
Don't
okay.
roll
You
yet.
can you can type those in. Yeah.
Oh, Kira
Oh,
got a good
phew.
initiative though. You keep
Don't
that
roll
one.
yet.
We
Yeah,
have
no,
a
don't
map
roll yet.
incoming?
So
Dang
none
it.
of those
Wait, don't
count.
roll yet?
No, you're good.
No, you
can
keep
keep
yours.
The rest of us, we didn't
Can
roll
Kins
yet.
reroll?
Yeah, no, we didn't
I
roll.
didn't roll.
Jay doesn't see anything.
There's
I
nothing up
do
here.
see it. Yeah. And that is a very low number,
Look.
and that is your number.
Kins cares about this goat. She's not gonna go last.
It's all right. Kira's got it. Kira's got it.
yeah. No, we're good.
Yeah,
Kira can save the
Kira
goat.
knows I care about the goat.
Kira hates goats.
That's right. Kira shoots the goat. Yeah, that's
not
one
a
out of its
friend.
misery. Yeah.
All right,
Oh my
I'm just
gosh.
positioning you guys based on your narrative here.
Okay.
No.
Is everybody else also seeing a graffiti wall?
What?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, this
We're
is
the
our
artists.
best artwork that we've ever made.
We made that.
This is a battle from episode something that we weren't actually showing it,
I
but
think
all
the
of us were
episode is
drawing.
called Jean-Claude Van Badger.
Oh, he is there.
I'm not
Yes.
mistaken. It was the Jean-Claude one.
But because Jay didn't give us anything, we were doing theater of the mind. We decided we would draw it out so we could all know what was going on. And I mean, I think we did a good job.
Yeah.
It's
Pretty good.
It's clear. It's clear what was happening.
Yeah.
It is one of the great creations we've had.
Oh,
Okay.
the fire. I
The
see.
pile of undead. There's
Centaur
robots.
love.
Robots killing shit.
Yeah.
There's Jessie surrounded by a ring of fire. Right?
Tinkerer.
Finkel is Einhorn.
Wait,
This
was
is
this
very good.
Ziggy.
was this the ritual that?
No, this was the one with the Velk made the robot explode.
Yeah, where the
Set
undead
the
all
wall
came
on fire.
attacking the oasis,
Yes.
and they
Yeah.
were overflowing the oasis, and yeah, he blew them up.
We did make a Jean-Claude token.
Oh yeah.
Good.
That's
He'll
hilarious.
be like off to the side.
Well,
just sleeping.
you still need that token, or
He's gonna poof
Jean-Claude
out of
Van
existence
Giant Badger.
in a second. Oh, look how cute.
Oh my
Aw.
gosh, that is definitely a badger.
Oh, there he is.
And that is me.
And let's see here.
Then I click
All
my
right,
little
what do we got
token,
here?
and then I roll
And where's
initiative.
his mother? Oh, is that the goat there? That
Oh my gosh, little goat.
So click on your little person, or your whatever you call it token, and then click your initiative.
oh,
And then if you're like me and had already rolled, and Jay's going to make you keep your number, you can edit it.
I would
Dang it,
like to
Jay.
keep my number.
Yeah, you can.
No,
you can
you
just
still
change.
click it.
should absolutely.
You still have to click and roll
To put
It'll
yourself
you
on
And then you
little-
can change
yeah,
it.
put you on
Yeah.
the list. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So now I've selected. Now I do the initiative.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay.
Almost
And
the
then-
same number.
You got the same one.
23, I think.
Well,
Oh yeah, 23. So they could just click on your number and edit it
In the little list.
in the turn order. Yeah.
oh, okay.
It's a nice part of Roll20. I like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Okay.
Like when you watch in person ones, it's a nice addition when there's like an initiative tracker.
Yeah.
It really helps.
Yeah, that's nice.
Whoa. Frog's going quick. All right.
Okay.
Hop, hop, hop.
Jay,
have?
No, don't kill that goat, Frog.
unless the other person's not in play. Oh, that's the goat.
It
I
is
thought
the
that was
goat.
I thought that was the
We're
big
trying
bad.
to say, don't shoot it. Don't shoot it.
I was like
The
the bad
goat
guy
is mother.
Oh my gosh.
Finkel is.
They are all meat for mother. They agreed. I love it.
There was no agreement there.
Your negotiating skills leave something to be desired. Larissa, judging.
Hey, hey.
There was just a miscommunication.
No comments from the peanut
I
gallery.
right.
believe I rolled like
Since I'm not
27
attacking
persuasion.
for a while.
We're gonna do a play-by-play when we get back.
You adequately persuaded them that we are tasty.
Yeah, they're not super intelligent, so you persuaded them, just not necessarily in the direction you were
That's
hoping.
fine. That's fine.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
We'll kill them instead.
It looks like we got everything going here. All right, so let's see what we got. So,
wait. My number didn't change. Sorry, I'm supposed to be a 4.
oh, I can do that for you.
Is there a ruler tool in Roll20?
Thanks.
There
There is.
is.
Yes,
It's
there
the
is.
circly thing.
With
Oh,
the
okay.
ruler.
Got it.
All right, so the one that is next to the goat is the one that's literally like mid-stroke about to skewer this goat, which is what it assumed Belrissa was asking for.
Oh my gosh.
And Kira, you already had an arrow knocked, if you remember, which is why you're so fast here, and you're
Yep.
up. What do you want to do?
Kira's gonna go to shoot the hand holding the weapon. We're not aiming to kill here. We're gonna try to continue to allow this to
Vin's like,
Here's
what?
a lover, not a fight.
play out diplomatically.
It's very nice.
Kira killed 3 dudes in a forest when we met her. Like
I did.
that's what I remember. Kira.
I did, but there's something. It's because I've played too much Final Fantasy. These guys remind me of the
Look,
the
they're little
Porogos,
frogs.
and yeah, and I need to just they're frogs. I feel connected to them in some way.
Oh my goodness.
All right, so yeah, I'll take the bow and yep, we will.
Calls the shot.
We'll go for it. It's a real bad shot. I'm shaking. I'm nervous.
That's bad.
I rolled a
Oh, no.
natural 1
Yeah, you did.
plus 9.
Oh
You
boy.
just killed the goat.
Just killed the goat.
I don't think there's any way around it.
Maybe we can find a
um,
replacement ghost.
So the goat is
My
clearly
first shot here is just not.
behind a wall. Like
Yeah,
the goat is
protected.
So you'd have to be very unlucky.
It's fine. It's fine.
There was just still a little bit of that mud in my eye from when Kins,
Look, you
freaked
scared
out
me.
and threw her shield into the air.
We're stealthy now.
Jay
Should
is
we
thinking
choose?
about the worst way to punish me for this absolute cocky first turn shot. Look at his face.
gosh.
I'm gonna die. I slip in and break my neck and die. That's what happened. That's
Nah.
You put the arrow in the wrong direction.
No.
Okay, here's what happens. So this was an attempt to shoot the hand of the frog, right? And
Yep.
you shoot the arrow, and as the stroke begins to fall, the arrow actually hits the shaft of the spear and splits it in half as the bottom of it comes down, and you just and it looks over and it spots you, and it looks down at what it just lost, and it looks over at Belrissa, and its eyes go wide in understanding of that instinct finally comes out, that that what is actually going on. And the thing throws down the wooden part of its the broken part of its spear, and it starts to move. Now, before the rest of this happens, though, you notice that, okay, that didn't exactly go as planned. What do you want to do? You can still move or use a bonus action on your turn.
Okay. Okay. So as my I will do a cunning action to dash to Benadil.
Okay.
I can do that.
You can indeed.
Okay.
Where even is Vin? I don't even see him.
He's back.
Vin is
Oh,
hiding
yeah.
per usual.
Let's see him.
I'm expecting things to go badly, and there you go.
For the
And here I
badger
come, and I'll
flag.
just say, I meant to hit his hand. I missed it a bit. It's gonna start like freaking
So
out.
as you're doing that, Vin, you kind of get the gist, and you look over as this creature runs basically this way, if you guys can see that moving,
Mhm.
and dives into the water,
Oh,
which
dear.
Belrissa and Jeshi, you're actually floating on the surface due to Kin's spell, so it's unclear to you how deep this water is. Though, based on as the tide is, it shouldn't be that deep, but this thing just dives straight into the water, and the ground begins to rumble. And that's going to end its turn.
Oh no.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Belrissa. The other frog is standing there holding its spear, like, and it just turns over to the goat and just starts walking towards the goat.
This frog is clueless.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay. All right. I can't let him kill the ghost, so I'm just gonna blast him first. That's first priority.
Oh my gosh.
So, yeah, first attack
Hey.
is a 12 to hit. Does 12 hit him?
No.
No.
Too agile.
It's a dexterous little frog.
Froggy. All right.
Mhm.
Second one is a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do.
That hits him. All right. And that is a 8 damage.
8 damage, okay. Excellent.
And I'm just angry now because that first one missed. I burned 2 sorcery points to hit him again.
Oh gosh.
So, my first one is a 27 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
12 damage.
I'd like to point out we've been in town for one night.
Belrissa,
Bloodlust
as
sets in fast.
your second, or I guess your third Eldritch Blast. The first one, it saw you going in, and it deflected it with its shield. The second one hit it right in the chest, and it's still stumbling back as your third blast hits it right in the shoulder, and it just spins in like a barrel roll into the mud. It just kind of rolls through the mud and comes still and appears to be down,
So he's dead. After the third one?
as far as you can tell. Yeah.
Okay.
He says appears to be down.
It grows. No.
That doesn't sound like dead to me.
Okay. I'm satisfied.
I'm satisfied.
And then, so I'm out of blasts, right? Or was it?
Yeah.
Do I have one more left?
Not
Not that I can see the other one.
You do have one more left, and the whole water is like shaking, and the ground is rumbling, and you've noticed the water is beginning to drain under your feet, which I'm going to say, for flavor's sake, since you're standing on the water,
Yeah.
you're slowly sinking down into the mud as the water has begun to drain into this area where the frog thing jumped in.
Okay.
Water.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
No,
getting-
we can stand on top of
It's
mud
okay.
too.
It's fine.
I
Just
think
don't
that's
get
part of the
eaten.
spell, right?
Don't
we
get
can be
eaten.
on
That's
mud.
all.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
get out of
all
the
the
water.
liquid-based things.
All the liquid-based things.
Lava too. If we ever go
urine.
into like a volcano.
It's fine for Jeshi to be there. His role is to get grappled by something
Oh, no.
until we kill it.
Oh, I hope it tries to pull me
All
underwater.
right, I'm over here now. Can
The
I
garbage
save like?
monster in Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
Can I hold the one Eldritch Blast?
No,
Okay.
no, you can't.
Well, you know what? I'm just gonna shoot it in the water where I saw him go in.
Okay.
Just shoot in the water, right in front of Jessie.
All right.
Oh. Trying to kill me again.
Oh no.
Wait, no, but I already rolled the fourth one.
Yeah,
Did you
neither
already
of those
roll-
are
is
very
that
I
the
good.
did.
11
It was
was?
the 11.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So the blast just goes
So
Aaron
the
into
fifth
the
one
water.
hits me.
Okay.
Oh no.
There's no fifth one.
Belrissa takes out the dumb one and shoots into the water. Everything's rumbling. Stuff's going on. She kind of panics and runs back to shore. As the water drains, you start to hear like this, like as this giant hole in the mud emerges, and you see tentacles start to
No.
reach up out of the water, this mud hole, essentially. It's reaching out, and one of them comes straight up and kind of like plants a second one, and 4 tentacles end up coming out and lifting as you see 2 eye stalks emerge from this hole and just start just looking around. Keeps coming, it keeps rising. This thing is probably 20 feet wide. On the shoulder of it is that small frog creature, and it is just croak singing. It's just like it's like making this weird croak song sound as this creature, the eye stalks are just moving around, and it's like bracing itself with its tentacles as it pushes up out of this hole, and you see this monstrous frog. I mean, this thing is like 20 feet tall, super wide, like this massive behemoth of a frog has climbed its way out of this hole and is supporting itself on arms, legs, and these tentacles, which are just kind of writhing around. And Jessie, you're standing right in front of it. True to form.
No.
Don't get grappled.
Ben, do you suppose that's the mother?
Oh god.
I sure hope so.
Oh gosh.
That's I think we found the mother. I think that's it.
Oh no.
All right, so that thing is.
Oh,
on
that's
it.
lovely.
So as this thing, it happened a lot faster than that. As it kind of pulls its way out, and it's now this thing's turn. The mother's
But not in my
turn.
mind. It took a really long time in my mind. I was like, oh my.
In your
God.
mind's eye, and this thing starts kind of pushing its way through the mud, and it's like half out of the mud and half still crawling out as its like frog kind of amphibious like body just kind of is like pulling its way up out of this mud hole. Jessie, as it moves a little closer to you, and is going to use its tentacle attack.
Well,
Wait,
well,
is it-
well.
Oh, is it taking the small one's initiative? Is it 12 also?
It is, yeah. It
Okay.
runs on basically half initiative, which is where we are right now. Let's see, there it goes. Tentacle attack on Jessie, which is a 19.
Miss.
Oh, miss. Okay, excellent. And let me just look at this guy real fast. 2
All right.
attacks. Okay, perfect.
I don't have to yell at you. I was like, we should have gotten that armor. Like,
Okay.
It was closed.
Second attack is a 23.
Hit.
Okay,
Why?
that's 16 bludgeoning damage,
Okay.
and the tentacle wraps around Jessie and starts to lift him up into the air as he's
and
now
grapples
grappled.
him. Of course.
Just give it the bacon. Give him all the bacon.
The bacon is spilling out
The
willy nilly. I'm very frustrated about it.
plan is going perfectly. This works for us every time.
Oh no.
Jessie, as
Someone-
you're wrapped up in its tentacle, it pulls it towards you, And as it opens its mouth, make a perception check, Jeshi.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh dear.
Five.
I can't look. I can't listen.
Jeshi, you're
I can't.
as you look up, the sun is like right behind it, and it's like it's almost a silhouette of this writhing monster, and it's really hard to see. But you do catch the odd glimpse of bright lights inside its mouth, which is very confusing to you. But it's a little hard to pay attention as it runs down and just tries to bite down on you. For a 29.
Oh no! I was like, fail.
Bite attack?
Hit in the hit.
No.
What?
That's
Well, he just like picked him up to take a chomp out of him.
Well, yeah, but I thought that would be like next turn.
Jeshi, that's 27 piercing damage.
Oh.
And you are now swallowed by this creature.
Oh no.
And you are inside its
so
belly.
fast. It happened so fast. I didn't even get to go.
We need more robot bodies.
Finn, it ate him! Get him out!
You are now blinded and restrained. You have total attack. You have total cover from attacks outside of this thing.
Okay.
Am I not grappled then?
You're not grappled anymore. You're restrained.
All right,
That's the bright
this
side.
can be okay. It can be okay.
Restrained is a little bit worse, I think.
There's a. But now that you're
Well.
inside, Jeshi, it's not
Oh, no.
dark in here.
Oh no.
You're being squeezed by the like internal stomach of this giant thing. But as you look around trying to like get your bearings, you see those little glowing things latched on to the inside of this thing's like stomach and esophagus. And you get a closer look and they're tiny little insects and they seem to be feeding on the saliva of this thing. And
Well,
some
against
of them
all
are
odds,
kinda
I'm still
buzzing around.
concentrating
Yeah.
on
your
protection
protection?
from evil and good. Yes.
Against all odds indeed.
So maybe that'll be good. I don't know what these things are.
All right. Jeshi's inside the monster. Let's see. To front. No, you to back.
So with restrained,
And that's going to end its
means-
turn. Next up is Jeshi. It's your turn.
Restrained means my speed is 0, but I can still move my body.
Double
Somewhat.
check.
Like I
Restrained
can.
creature's speed becomes 0. You can attack rolls have disadvantage. So you
Yeah,
can
that
you
I can
attack
move
still.
if I have movement spells and things like this.
You are also normally you'd be blinded by this attack, but you're not blinded because these things are inside. They're actually lighting it up in here, so you can kind of see.
I'm not blinded.
But both of those abilities give you disadvantage anyway. So you can attack, but you have disadvantage.
Come on, Jeshi.
I'm considering my options. Just give me one moment, please.
Come on, why weren't you prepared for this, Jeshi? This was clearly what was going to happen.
Oh dear.
The one on its shoulder just continues to.
I'm
Is he
looking at
calling
Kira.
friends?
It's just like
Yeah, I
singing
hope there's
out
not
into
more.
the air.
The
No.
little one needs to die first. We'll take care of the big one, but we
I
gotta
agree.
kill the. Yeah. Let's kill the little one first.
I think we could shoot him.
We should try.
I don't think I have any
This time-
option except attacking with my hammer at disadvantage.
Yeah, like Misty Step. What do you got? You got.
Yes, Paladin Misty Step.
That's right.
Yep.
Thunder Step.
So-
Where's your magical
I'm gonna
escape?
attack. There's like a button I can click to make it do disadvantage, but I'll just click twice.
Oh my god.
26.
Oh my god.
26 to hit.
26 hits.
Yeah, it hits. I'm inside of it, so I just laser beam it.
Ew.
Okay. Where's my?
Maybe you can make him throw you up.
Make sure I do my
Not
damage
salty
right.
meaty.
Is it a fiend or undead?
No.
Okay. 10
Okay.
bludgeoning damage plus a 3rd level smite.
I was gonna say,
Get it.
if there's ever a
Situation
time,
is-
there's never a time for
We're in a
fight.
lot of trouble. So I'm a little slow on my buttons. I'll get it back here in a bit. We haven't fought in a while.
Finn, you're on deck. If you want to be ready.
This is gonna be
Oh,
okay,
no.
14 total damage.
14.
So it's 10 bludgeoning plus 14 radiant.
Okay, so that's a total of 24 damage on this turn, Jeshi.
Now I swing again.
Oh, you're gonna swing again. Great.
Yes.
Go for it.
13 to hit.
No.
Okay. And I still have bonus action potentially. Let me just.
Right, his stomach AC isn't lower than his outside AC.
Yeah, just sever it.
It's like squishy inside.
It's like it. Even its internals are just like leathery, strong. Just
Yeah,
frog meat.
That's it.
Okay, great. So as you hit it, your Dark Forge just slams into the internal kind of organs of this thing, and you feel the whole body lurch. I mean, this thing is so big, it starts to, and you feel the stomach start to heave.
Can I, because I've been in this type of a situation somehow before,
Oh man, expert
can I be
expertise.
sort of cognizant of trying to take a big breath as it was like chewing on me so I could hold on to my breath?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, as much as I possibly can.
So this thing has to make a con save now to not throw you up, or to,
Oh,
or
Ah,
to
'cause
throw
I
you
hit
up.
it.
Yes,
There you go.
yes.
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay. So, it's a good one though. It's a very high con save. It's a 21. So it does not throw you up, but you get the gist, Jeshi, that it might if you hit it hard enough.
okay,
But you're still trapped in there right now.
okay.
Okay, Vin, you're up.
All right, so my question is, having stealthed up to this tree, does it know I'm here, or am I still hidden?
Well, that would depend on your stealth roll previously.
Oh, it was the 38, wasn't it? Or is that a different one?
That's the last roll I did was a 38.
That was a
but I
38.
could do another one if you want.
Yeah, no, I would say with a 38, you are proper hidden.
All right.
Even Kira couldn't find you.
Yeah, you're just talking the wrong
Kira just
direction.
hears
Yeah.
noises.
I know he's here somewhere.
All right, then I'm gonna shoot it.
Wait, it or the little guy?
No. Whoa, yeah. Well, but the little guy too, right? That's what I was aiming at. Was the little guy didn't see me either? I assume.
Nobody sees you
Okay.
with a 38.
So a 28 to hit the little dude on his shoulder.
Yep.
You're shooting
And
at the
then,
little one?
Yes.
He's calling friends.
Jeshi's a write-off.
And that's 19.
19 damage?
Yes. Checking all these things. Yep. 19 damage.
Okay. Kins, you're up next.
Then I think I'm just going to use I'm trying to remember with this crossbow. Can I shoot the crossbow twice in a round? It has the loading feat, but I don't know if that's between rounds. I think it probably is.
That was when you were using the magic stuff.
Oh, I kept my magic crossbow. We'll have to,
Okay.
I'll have to
Yeah.
deal with that later, but I don't think I can shoot twice around anyway.
I honestly can't remember either.
You can't?
No, I can stab. Like I can shoot and stab,
I see.
but I can't shoot
The
the same thing
old
twice.
shoot and stab.
That's
Old
right.
stabby shooty.
I mean,
That's what we call you.
so I am going to, I'll just move and hide and see if I can hide from them behind these bushes.
Okay.
So do a little move, do a little hide.
Yeah, go ahead and
Other-
roll your stealth for your hide.
20.
20,
I guess
okay.
30
Plus 10.
actually. Yeah, 30
Thir-
with pass without a trace.
Wonderful. 30. Got it.
Yep.
Okay, great. Kins, you're up.
It's a sunny day, right?
Very sunny.
Okay. So this is almost like kind of, the kind of vision or visual of a character who emotions kind of just like instinct and stuff happens. This is how I'm imagining this cast is Kins is gonna cast Call Lightning, but it's gonna kind of just flow out of her like second nature. She's just like, okay, Jeshi got swallowed. Some serious stuff is happening. So I would like, it's a 60-foot radius. And so I kind of want this, center island as like the center point to go around this big, massive space as a storm cloud.
Okay, so you create a storm cloud that centers over the island.
Yeah.
It pretty much covers this entire area.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do this at the 4th level. So I'm going to lightning strike at the little frog attached to the big thing. I don't know what I'm aiming for, but like that little cluster right there. I don't know if I can hit both with the lightning or if you'll allow that.
I think it's like a 5-foot radius.
Oh, it is a 5-foot radius. You are correct.
So
Sorry, I should read this more carefully. Okay, so I'm gonna cast a lightning bolt on that.
Okay.
And it's a dex save, 18.
All right, dex save 18. So the big, we'll do the small guy first.
Yeah.
That's what 22 wisdom will get for you.
Hey.
All right,
crazy.
this guy.
You're like by the island, and it's just like
I know it's
remnants of the old
running
storm.
through me.
All right, the as the lightning begins to form and strike, the big creature, you see it like react instinctively to the storm, and it ducks down a little bit back into its hole and grabs a tentacle and like knocks the small frog into the way. And the small frog takes the full brunt of the lightning, and the big one,
Oh my God,
it like uses it as a frog shield to block it.
Oh, mother.
Yeah, you should find a
you just
different
hear
mother.
As this thing bzzz, and it just kind of it like barrel rolls through the air and splashes into the mud.
All right.
Roll damage.
That is 23 lightning damage on this baby frog.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not going to be great.
Dear.
What's that last one on the roll?
It's if it were stormy,
Yeah,
then
if
it's
it
an
were
additional D10, which I rolled a 1. It wasn't that great, but if it were stormy.
It was already raining. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. The frog thing is now lying in the mud, like writhing in pain. And the big one take half damage from that.
On a
Yeah, if it's
successful
saved,
save.
half damage. Sorry, half
Got it.
damage on a 23.
Cool. Okay.
Okay, and so then as Kins is just like silently saying to herself, "It's okay. It's a bad guy. It's not a frog. It's not a frog. It's a bad guy. Like just it's okay." And I'm going to use my bonus action to transform into a polar bear, and I want to try to move towards the goat. So I'm
We
gonna.
have done this plan so many times. Jessie
Yeah.
gets grappled,
Look,
Ken's polar bear. We got
yes,
this. We
yes.
know what's going on.
This
at
is
point.
Okay. Oh dear. I'm just gonna come like this thing right here. Is this a wall of any sort, or is it just kind of like everyone can see me?
Those are no. It's not really a big wall. It's maybe like a foot high at most. It's just
Okay.
rubble from whatever used to be here.
Well then, I will just come. I'll move my character, my max movement over here, and that'll be my turn.
Okay. Kira.
Okay, so Kira is by this large bush. I assume that's what this is.
Yeah, it's kind of like a scrubby tree. It's maybe 10 feet tall.
Okay. All right, and do I have line of sight with those trees there that are currently?
I can't see what you're clicking on.
Oh, sorry. The like if I go to the big guy, do I have?
Yeah, you do. You have line of
I
sight.
do. Okay. Then I'm going to start with my bonus action and apply poison to an arrow.
Okay.
And I'll knock and shoot.
Knock and shoot.
And that would be 26 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Okay. And
So
then,
is the choked silence your weapon?
yeah.
Oh my god.
Nice.
I'm gonna need to get a backstory on that.
I gotta name my crossbow now.
I'm not sure if I've told you
Plus
guys
one.
the names of these weapons, but they
Crossbow
look
now.
cool.
Then,
I'll give you
okay,
that.
that's fine. That's meta.
All
I'm
right.
interested.
And so now we have 11 piercing damage. It's giving me.
If you have sneak attack, you
You-
would add that.
Do I have
I
it?
mean,
From
I
behind the
think you
bush?
would count as a distracting melee enemy, Jesse.
Flailing inside
Like,
of its
like you hit it.
esophagus.
You hit it. So I mean, that seems like it would.
I'll count that.
Okay, so
it is
20
distracted by
damage?
this thing clawing its way out of its inside. I think that technically meets
Okay.
the rules.
So 20 damage and then poison. So with the poison, it has to make a 14 con save.
Okay.
Poison.
It's,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, it makes the save.
It makes the save. Okay, so we don't get the. We get half on the save.
It'll
What is
say
it?
it
Yeah,
if you do.
it says so.
Let me see.
But if it's applying something, probably not.
Must make the save or take damage. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not.
Well, it'll probably say
Poison
below
is-
that. It'll say like on a failed save, comma.
Creature takes damage from the coated weapon or ammunition. That creature must succeed on a DC 14 or take 2d8 poison and become poison until the end of the next turn.
That's all it says. Yeah.
All it says.
Okay.
Nothing.
Yeah, then.
So it is not poisoned, I assume, at that point. The only other thing I just want to make sure I see here is that I have a. Okay, yeah, that's it. And then I guess technically I can move. I'm not going to. I don't think I'm quite comfortable very, very far away from the tentacles. And
Do you get 2 shots, or are you also stabby shooty?
I am also stabby shooty.
Stabby shooty.
Yep.
You guys should shoot the bad guy and stab each other and make that like a mini game.
I actually don't know if I have. I think I only have one action, like one attack action per turn.
It's your
Oh.
bonus action, so we can sometimes attack with our bonus action, but
He's not a rogue though.
Oh.
Is Kier's a ranger?
Scout. So
Okay, it might be different.
oh, okay,
yeah,
okay.
I cannot do any of that. I can I can do the cunning, which is the dash, disengage, or hide. I can do poison, or I can do 2-weapon fighting.
That's what it is. 2-weapon.
Oh,
fighting.
that's what it is. 2-weapon fighting.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So you use your bonus action to use
Oh.
the other weapon. Yeah.
Well, in that case, I think I can use the other weapon.
Well, except you did your poison, right? So
Oh, that's right. Then yes,
because
then
it
I
uses
can.
that bonus action slot.
Yep,
Yeah.
then I cannot. Yep.
We normally have a better thing to do with our bonus action than stab someone with a non-sneak attack, but you know,
You have a lot of economy there, though. You can,
every now and then you got nothing going on and you could just stab someone.
Yeah, I like that. Okay.
all right, all done then?
Yeah. That's
Okay,
it.
so next up is the guy who's on the ground. He's going to use half his movement to stand back up, and
Oh, he's alive.
you can tell he's
All right.
he's barely alive. He kind of slips into the mud, and he kind of reaches and he grabs a stick and like props himself up, and he just does this croaking song out into the ether, and he's going to use Ruglog, which is he can use once per day. The croaker sings an ode to the elder frog Hemith, and as he does,
Frog.
Oh
no.
Keep it.
you hear in multiple directions,
No.
and he just falls down to one knee and just spits out a bunch of like bluish phlegmy blood, and kind of just starts
no.
coughing, and
Not worried.
it's gonna be his turn. Okay, he's done. Belrissa, it's your turn again.
Okay. I'm gonna cast bonus action Hexblade's Curse on the big guy.
Okay.
And then I'm going to... I gotta take Baby Frog out of his misery, so I'm gonna blast him first.
Oh
but
my
that
god,
was a
no!
nat one,
Oh
so
yeah,
that
hit the big.
didn't work.
Oh yes,
big
I'm
guy.
behind cover.
But no one's around him of my friends.
No.
So,
Ricochet.
Larissa, make a dexterity save, real quick.
Yeah, okay. Hold on. Dex save.
Give a real penchant for that
6.
once.
6. Okay, so you see him doing Ruglog, which you recognize, of course. It's this, this really just poetic kind of, cryptic thing being croaked out, and you just instinctively reach out, stop that, and you jump forward, and you plant your foot into the mud, and you just flat out, you go ass up, and you just fall right down, splat in the mud. You kind of roll a little bit. Your whole dress, you're just covered in stinky
Gross.
low tide mud.
Gross.
And it's like assaulting your senses as it's in your hair, and there's like crabs on you, and it's just
Just a
gross.
little smell of bacon.
Makeover.
and you're prone. And that misses.
Darn.
Okay. So, can I use half my movement to get up?
Yes, you can.
And then blast him again?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
But with
Just
anger
dust her
this
off.
time.
With much anger.
Righteous.
So much anger.
There
20
you
that
go.
time.
Yeah, that'll do it.
All right. Now, Froggy Frog, you get 6 damage.
Oh, and that's gonna be enough.
Okay.
Aw.
And then I shake my fist at him in much anger.
The young Bullywug has croaked his last croak, and he falls down into the mud. And Mother does not seem to care at all. No reaction whatsoever as this giant froghemoth is just writhing tentacles looking for its next meal as it slowly digests the dwarf.
I'm just going to step just a little bit further back from the shore. That's it. All right, I'm good.
As it looks around, its triple eye stalks just kind of looking around it. It looks down to the south and sees a big, tasty meaty. And starts to squirm through the water towards Kins. And it is going to use its tentacle attack.
Tasty meaty.
Oh, no.
That's a 17 on the first
Oh,
one.
yeah.
It gets you? Okay. So even as a polar bear, you are now wrapped up in this tentacle,
Oh, no.
and it starts to lift you up, and just this polar bear is just and it just starts to shake you a little bit as it it squirms around you, and it just sort of and as it opens its mouth, 2 of those little wispy things, they buzz out of its mouth and enter the fray.
No.
Oh, no. What have I done?
Is there room
It
for
can
Kins and
eat-
Jeshy in the tummy?
Like, it can eat creatures that big?
I mean,
This-
I might
yeah.
be able to pop just back into druid form. Or I could explode it.
Yeah, explode it.
I don't know.
It
Let's go in and out of polar bear form.
Yep.
Now, it picks you up easily, and it brings you down, and is going to do its bite attack against you, Kins.
Okay.
But because you're large size right now, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it can't swallow you, but it can still bite
Oh, heck
your
yes.
face.
Okay. All right. Trade off, I guess.
Not your leg or your stomach, or it's gonna bite you right on the face.
24 to hit.
Oh, dang. All right, hold on. I gotta do some sort of save right now.
And that's
Oh, you're just going to take a lot of damage. Oh, yeah.
yes, that's 17 damage.
Well, that's not too bad.
Okay.
You
And
saved.
you are
Oh.
grappled and just writhing in the air as this thing is just sort of like.
Oh wait,
like
it
it's
didn't
like-
put me down. I'm still in the.
Oh no, you're not put down. It just
Oh,
took a
gosh.
bite out of you, and then like
Oh, took a
seems
pause.
confused that it couldn't fit you down its gullet, and is now just holding you up in the air. by this
You're
tentacle.
like an ice cream cone.
I
like
imagine
a big
that
furry
it
ice cream cone.
No,
It's
I
just gonna
wanted to
shine.
think that I'm a toy polar bear that you can play with, not eat. I'm not tasty.
Jay, are we allowed to know at this point, without re-looking to do all the math, how much damage has this large thing taken in total from the group?
You've only hit it a couple times
Not
you were
much.
most of you
Okay.
were
Yeah.
focused on the smaller one. So
Yeah.
Right.
Unknown Jeshy damage from inside.
Unknown
Yeah.
Jeshy damage from
actually, no, yeah,
inside.
nobody's
The
even hit it yet.
lightning. The lightning.
Oh, the lightning.
Lightning
Oh, yeah,
hit it.
sorry.
Half damage,
the
so
lightning.
And
a little
Jeshy
bit.
hit it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But Jeshy has done most of the damage on this thing. So
That is true.
But now are there
All
like
right.
mini frogs everywhere?
Not that you can tell. I mean,
Okay.
you can
Not
hear
yet.
them, but yeah, these little things have now darted out of the mouth and are just sort of buzzing around. And yeah, as far as you guys can tell, Jeshy is just dead inside this giant creature. So
Or...
that's going to end its turn, though. Actually, no, I think it's going to just kind of walk back.
Oh, it's
over
taking
here.
me as well.
Oh yeah, it's just carrying.
Fun.
You in its
Oh,
giant-
thanks. Taking me closer to the goat. Just what I wanted.
wanted. This polar
I'm
bear
just
is
panicking in the air.
shaking. It just shakes you a little bit. Okay, Jeshy's up, then Vin, then Kins.
What is my situation, Jay?
What? Do you have to
You're drowning in bile. I don't know what
at
else
the
to say.
start of? You need to take some acid damage
Acid damage?
as on that thing's turn.
Okay.
You take 11 acid damage as
Okay.
as its stomach just kind of acids you. But now you're same as before. You're restrained. You can kind of see what's going on a little bit, but you have disadvantage on your attack. But you can still take.
And when other people hit it, do I get a vomit check?
Nope, only from inside.
Dear.
So you need to do a certain amount of damage to instigate an upchuck.
What about my breath? How's my breath?
How's your breath?
Yes, am I feeling like I'm suffocating?
No, you're not suffocating. It's quite large in here.
So it's
It's just
roomy.
breathing like
a roomy flat.
inside air.
Yeah, like you can borderline
Musty.
almost move around. Like
it's
you're,
just the acid, really.
This is your
and
new
the-
home.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess. Oh man. I heal myself with my action
okay.
using my lay on hands for 40,
Oh,
Alright.
dang.
All right.
and that's all I can do because I can't move and I don't have any good bonuses.
Okay, Vin, you're up. Kin's Kira next.
All right. Does it know where I am? I'm gonna check my hide. I rolled a 30.
Let's see. Let me. Definitely not.
All right, then I'm gonna shoot it with the little crossbow. Is a 30 to hit,
Yep, that hits.
and what is that? 20,
22. Or sorry, 21.
21?
Yeah.
Yeah, 21 damage.
Okay.
Gosh. And then I don't think I have anything that can that can help Jeshy come out of there. So I'm gonna let's see. I'm gonna move over here though and try to hide. Is this kind of a bush?
I don't. No, not really. It's like a tiny little
Okay.
Shrub.
thing. I think those larger trees.
Yeah. All right. I'm just gonna move up here then.
Okay. right, Kins, you're up.
Okay, so my goal is to call lightning, but on like the furthest tip away from me so I don't get electrified since I am in one of the tentacles.
Yep, I think you could manage that.
All right. So deck save 18.
18, okay.
This time it's gonna throw you in the way of the lightning instead.
No, no. Oh, shoot.
That is what it did last time. Yeah.
I'll just pop out in a druid form.
It does. It fails the save this time.
Okay.
It seems focused on like shaking a polar bear, not paying much attention. Like, why won't this fit in my mouth? You know.
That is
pull
24
you in
lightning
half.
damage.
Ooh, 24. Excellent. Okay.
Okay. And if I can, as the polar bear, attempt my multi-attack.
So that's your bonus action, right? To use.
Bonus action is for to call the lightning
Yeah.
down.
Perfect. Yeah. So.
Hold on, let me just double read this because sometimes it's different. Each of your turns. Oh, shoot. No, it is my action. Never mind.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Okay.
Because it's a big move. Yeah.
Yeah. I will stay in the tentacle because there's nothing else I can do. I'm just gonna I'm sure everyone sees a giant polar bear in a tentacle in the air, but I'm just going to like call out to my friends like help. And that'll be my turn.
You got him, kids. You got him. Like,
Kira, you're just like, what the F have I gotten myself back into? Okay.
We are super powerful.
I'm guessing you didn't see the guy with the giant octopus pet. Then.
Nope. Sure didn't.
If this is strange to you, then you probably didn't see that.
Oh, out on the seas?
Yeah. Sadly, this isn't as strange as it should be to us right now. Like,
Okay.
All right. So at the top of the round,
Yep.
a couple things happen.
Okay.
You see two more bullywugs appear out of the muck and start. One's up by Vinadil, and Kira, you notice one to the south, kind of coming on the scene here.
Okay.
And let's see, I'm gonna roll a nit for these little guys.
Oh, jeez.
Did that work? Yeah, it did. Great.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The other thing that happens is all of you, I think, would notice, given that Kins is writhing in the air, Jeshi's just gone, and this thing is just fine. I think you guys would probably notice at this point that, like, this thing is barely noticing the damage you're doing, and two of your friends are in danger. And
Sure.
I imagine that you guys would be noticing that. So, Kira, you're up.
Okay. What does Kira see about the floaty boys?
Make a
Are
perception
they
check.
in a particularly close proximity to the big one? Do they seem to be thinking on their own?
Make a perception check.
Perception. Okay. That's a 17.
17. You saw them come out of its mouth, and I would say that you'd probably recognize that they are definitely like some sort of creature. But that's probably about it. I mean, it's hard to really see anything else.
Okay. And I'm still stealthed. They're unaware of my presence.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Is the guy at south the closer of the two new frogs? Is he moving in a particular direction, or is he kind of observing?
He's 17. I would say that he has come out and is sort of looking at Mother and just trying to figure out like what just happened. Like he's just arrived on the scene, trying to like take it in, you know.
Okay. I am trying to figure out what might piss this thing off to the point of taking damage or making a mistake or doing something. Okay. How likely is it, given your positioning of Kins as polar bear, if I were to shoot at this thing, do I have a chance of hitting the polar bear?
Nah,
No.
not unless things went really, really bad, which has been known to happen.
Okay. Well, I don't
It'll be
really want to
fine.
shoot Kins.
Maybe a
How large are these glowing
1 in
targets?
20 chance.
They're real
Yeah.
small. They're like firefly size.
Firefly size. My gosh. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm gonna shoot to see if can I aim for one of the 3 eyes of the giant frog hemoth.
Sure.
Okay.
Frog hemoth.
He's been particularly aware, moving those things around a lot, and I'm gonna try to limit his ability to observe what's happening in the battlefield here. Okay. So let's see. 14.
14 doesn't hit. It goes, just kind of sails right past one of the eyes.
Okay. All right, and then as a bonus action, I'll use my other weapon, which is a throwing dagger.
I'm sorry, 14 does hit.
14 does hit.
Yes.
Great. Excellent news. Okay. In that case, we're going to go with the, 24 damage. 7 piercing, 17 sneak attack.
Excellent.
And into an eyeball. Is the eyeball destroyed?
You sink one right into the side of one of the eyeballs, and you see
Okay.
the stalk start to twitch a little bit, and the other 2 are like looking at it, trying to figure out what's going on. And it's like all cross-eyed, like
Yeah.
and it just kind of falls over limp. Yeah.
Great. Okay. So bonus action, I will throw my dagger, but this time I'm actually going to try to throw it at the tentacle holding Kins to see if it'll drop it.
Okay.
13 on the tentacle.
Yeah, that one misses.
That one misses. Okay. All right. So this is a dagger of returning, so it's just going to sail right back to my hand.
Great. Okay. Dagger flies back through the air, and you catch it. All right.
Yep.
You gonna move?
Yeah. I'll go ahead and hoping I can remain undetected here since the dagger didn't hit. And I would like to reposition myself down into this little thicket area here to try to keep an eye on this little frog boy.
Okay. Belrissa, you're up.
All right. I'm going to attempt to cast suggestion on Big Frog Mama.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
And I'm going to tell her that the one she swallowed will destroy her from within. And spit him out now. And she has to make a wisdom saving throw. Otherwise, she will pursue the course of action I described.
Okay. Let me just look at something. Does it say anything about languages?
That can hear and understand me.
That can hear and understand you.
I croak it.
Ursa secretly
So,
took frog lessons.
Consider okay.
Frog lock.
This was a really good
Big
idea,
success.
and there's no way you could have known, especially considering the other ones were talking.
They spoke English.
This thing-
or I mean, common.
This thing does not understand language, but I will say the thing that you learn when your spell has no effect, you learn something. You learn that okay, this is not like a sentient, intelligent creature. This is a monster that these other things seem to be like worshiping for some reason. It's not. There's no master plan here. This is just a huge monster with no brains.
Okay. I tried, Jessie. All right, then I just blast it with my. You burned 2 sorcery points and blasted.
Okay.
The first one is
So close.
27.
well,
Yeah.
27 plus 4 because she's got hexblade.
Yep.
So
Things in the 30s tend to work.
and 6 damage. Does hexblade give me extra damage? Hold on,
Yeah,
let me
that's
look- Let me look real fast.
Hex-
Hex does. I don't know about hexblade.
Hexblade's curse, you mean?
Yes. Yeah. Plus 4 to damage rolls.
I think it does give you plus damage.
Wait. Plus
thought it
4
was
to
plus-
damage rolls.
Yeah, not hit rolls. Yeah,
Oh, yes. Okay, so
Yeah.
it's a plus 4 to that. So
Okay.
10.
So
10.
so 10. Great. Okay.
10 on that
on
one.
a single beam. Yep.
Yeah. And then, not attacks. Okay. And next one is 25 to hit
Yep.
with
18.
18 damage
Very nice. Very good.
on that one.
Excellent hits from Belrissa. Okay. Next
It's
up
almost
we
dead.
have. All right. So this guy on the bottom is going to. He's gonna move up to here, headed towards Belrissa, and as he does, he sees Kira.
He may not be able to for a couple of reasons, and you can correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
The trait of choked silence is enemies have disadvantage when trying to perceive my location after attacking with stealth. In addition to that, I am also wearing the cloak of elven kind, which I have advantage on stealth checks because the cloak's color shifts to camouflage me, which I would assume also gives disadvantage to people trying to see me.
Not exactly. They're not the same thing.
Okay.
But so next time you roll a stealth check, you want to remember that you have advantage, which means you take the higher of 2 rolls.
Okay.
Which then determines when they roll, it's a contest between their roll and yours, right? So,
Okay.
But the other thing you have gives them
Yep.
disadvantage versus
Okay.
you advantage.
Great.
Which with that disadvantage, he does not see you.
Great.
So you're right. Yeah. So good call.
Okay.
So he just keeps running by, says, and he's got. Let me say he makes it to like here, and he's gonna use a dash action to just charge up to
Whoa.
Barissa.
What? Okay.
Okay.
It's gonna be his turn.
Froggy.
Where's this? Which one is this? Okay, yeah, the next one up is... Oh, they all got initiative in the same order. That's handy. The next one is the one that's up by Vin, who is just going to charge up towards Vinadil. He's going to multi-attack you, Vin. First attack with a
Alright.
spear.
He'll be at disadvantage until he hits me.
Yep. First attack is... No, they both miss. He's just flailing, trying to hit you.
You got good cloaks over here.
Yeah, Vin's just like, hup, just dodging him. It's super easy, like, but the thing's trying real hard to defend its mother, but doesn't even come close to hitting you, Vin. Okay, next up is the big guy. So on his turn, Jeshi, you're gonna take some acid damage. How much is it again? 3d6, yep. Jeshi, you take 11 more acid damage from the stomach acids as you are slowly being digested in the stomach of this giant creature.
Oh no.
It is then going to start to, let's see, it's going to take all of you with it. It's going to move over to...
Oh no.
Just our party boat right here.
Oh, hi.
it has a lot of
Oh
speed.
no.
It's gonna
No.
have to
No. No.
go-
Hi guys. Oh, I can't talk. Never mind.
It is then
I just "Arr!"
going to use one of its other tentacles, and
Grab Spicy Badger.
How many does it have?
it's got 4 tentacles.
Great. Great.
I'm in one of
One
them.
for
Not
each of us.
enough.
Spicy Badger's very spicy and
Ziggy
delicious
is free.
looking. No, Ziggy's in the
Spicy badger.
Pocket dimension.
pocket dimension.
Oh, that's right. Oh,
Not to be confused with hell.
he's safe.
Yes.
Not the
Yes, that's
same,
right.
apparently.
Nope.
Not the
Okay.
same.
Sure, we all believe that.
So it can't quite make it to Belrissa.
Woo.
So it's going to
Lucky.
use its tongue attack, which is on a creature it can see within 20 feet of it.
Oh no.
And I need you to make a strength saving throw as this giant tongue just It's just like
Gross.
whips out at you and tries to
Oh,
grab
dear.
you.
Gross.
This is the grossest attack ever happened.
Oh no,
minus one.
Yeah, I'm not very strong.
And you don't even come close to being able to withstand this giant creature's tongue as it grabs you, Belrissa, and pulls you basically right up to it. The tongue retracts, and you're just standing up, looking at this gargantuan thing, just looking down at you as the mouth opens, and you see the glowing lights inside kind of dancing around as this thing just comes down on top of you and does a bite attack.
Okay.
Great.
Tongue attack and a bite attack.
That is
Wait, 2 attacks?
Yeah, double
it can
attack
use
them.
it can use its bite as a bonus action if it successfully
Oh,
brings
dear.
you to it.
Okay.
That is a dirty 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
32 piercing damage.
Ouchie!
Good plan, Belrissa.
And
Now
you are
can
now
rescue Jessie.
swallowed by this creature. And you
That's
you
all
just
right.
you start
I got where you're-
tumbling into the gullet of this thing, and you crash into Jessie.
I do.
Jessie, you
Hey.
see you see for a moment this like ambient light for a second as the mouth opens, and you just see Belrissa being like swallowed down.
Oh.
Except she's upside down, and you're kind of like you guys are just squished up against each other.
I use my reaction and point my finger, well, anywhere because I'm inside him, and cast Hellish Rebuke.
Hellish rebuke. Okay.
So he must make a dexterity saving throw, or she.
I mean, come on. You cannot make a dexterity saving throw when something's inside of you. Like that's one of the negatives.
I wait,
of
and
fails.
I want to. Can I cast it at a higher level?
Yes.
I'm gonna
Do
the
it.
Third is
Can
the
you?
highest I can cast it at.
Do
Okay.
it, do it.
Do it.
So I get 4d10 for that.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yes.
Dear Lord.
Come on, come on, come on.
All right.
You just swallowed a.
There's 2 of
ghost
them, so
pepper.
16.
Ooh, nice, nice.
And then the other 2 are 11. So 27.
27. Okay.
Yes.
Hellish flames around Mr. Frog.
Okay. It takes a lot of damage, and now it needs to make a con save.
A vomit check.
Natural 1 on its con save.
Yes.
Kins, it starts shaking as you see it like, and then, and the huge mouth opens wide as it gags, and you see just Jessie and Belrissa just tumbling through the air, tentacles writhing. You guys go flying through the air. Jessie, you tumble across the ground and crash into this bullywug,
Oh.
who then gets knocked prone. So you guys are like over here. Belrissa, you're on the ground over by Spicy Badger.
Okay.
And as you crash into Spicy Badger, the little light thing kind of tumbles away, and it just sort of starts Spicy Badger immediately wakes up and just starts starts licking your face as you're just covered in mud.
Oh, Jean-Claude.
And just you're covered in like mud and low tide and crabs and like saliva and stomach acid, and this thing's just licking you as you're lying on the ground. But you made it out.
Perfect plan, Belrissa. Perfect
Amazing.
plan.
Absolutely
You're a
amazing.
good boy.
This changes
Fun.
everything.
I was thinking of letting it eat me, but you were a better choice. Good job.
Give him the thumbs up.
All right, these 2 lights just generally kind of move towards the fray here, but they
that's
can't make.
not-
So
it
what
over you
happened?
guys.
What happened to the light? Is the light over Spicy Badger still active, or is it just kind of?
Floating around.
It is. This is it is just hovering there. Yeah. And
Okay.
technically it's its turn. And since it's no longer on Spicy Badger, Vin, it moves over to you.
No.
And need Vin to make a wisdom saving throw as this thing just buzzes over to you immediately and just starts.
Is it
kind of,
trying to put me to sleep or charm me?
It is trying to put you to sleep,
It cannot.
which you have immunity to.
Yes.
So you're just like,
Yay.
shooing it away. And it's super confused. It's an insect, but it's just kind of buzzing around you and has no effect. So awesome. All right, that's going to end its turn. Jeshi, you tumble across the ground. You smash it. You can't even see. The light is bright all of a sudden, and you're like you're just wet and in the mud. But you feel the fresh air and the sea breeze on you again. What do you want to do?
Well, I'm unfazed. I've experienced this before. Actually, things went better than I expected. So
She's like, next round on me.
also, I can still walk on water, which I'm not gonna not take advantage of. Sorry, I just moved Kins for some reason.
Excuse you.
Control of you.
Again.
So I zip up there. I'm kind of under Kins. And I swing away.
Okay.
Button. Hello, button. There we go.
Oh, mellow,
cross.
multiple buttons. Ooh.
Okay, 23.
Hits.
No, wait. Yes, 23, because it's a left number. Okay. 7 crushing plus little second level action here on the old divine smite.
Mighty smite.
11 more damage. 7 crushing. 11 radiant.
Okay.
Swing again. $12.
All right. This thing's definitely showing some wear and tear.
Does 12 hit it, Jay?
12 does not hit it. No.
So my second attack swings a little wide.
It
Somehow
bats it
I
out of the way
imagine
with
that
one of its tentacles.
my water walk also affects my hammer, so I miss and it just like hits the water like cement. It's like
It's
Like a cartoon.
yeah.
I think. Oh dear. I really don't want to be swallowed again. I cast Sanctuary on myself,
Nice.
Okay.
and that'll be it.
All right, Vin, you're up.
But I'm gonna try to be under Kins, so that potentially like she's within range of some of my stuff.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Well, I had actually moved over to Spicy Badger to free it from that little thing. So, mission accomplished there.
Thanks for saving Spicy Badger.
We
You did it. You did it. It's a magical creature that doesn't even exist.
It's gonna
Priorities.
be less than 24 hours.
we needed to know. We needed some help with these two little frogs.
All
Tell me
right.
this: is it because of the badger, or is it because of the spice? 'Cause
Yeah.
For the spice, then I'm on board.
There you go. It was the spice.
Yeah.
All right. I'm
You
going
still
to
haven't
attack.
eaten the soup, so
I'm going to attack the big guy. And I'm going to take a minute, like just a half second, and aim and do like a sharpshooter attack. And so it'll be, oh gosh, it will not hit. That's an 8 to hit. So,
8, 13.
Where are you saying 8?
well, it's -5 when I do a sharpshooter.
Oh.
Plus 10 damage, -5 to hit.
Wow.
So
Bummer.
I am going to instead stab little frog
Stabby shooty.
next to me with my rapier,
Little poke.
and we'll see if I can.
The thing is
hit
still
him.
desperately trying to poke you with its crude stick.
Yeah.
It's just like a sharpened stick. It's like this child. It's just like trying to
So
poke
that's
at you.
10 damage on the little frog.
Look at me, brother.
Vin, describe to us how you just eviscerate this childlike frog
More
Gosh.
children.
who is clearly harmless.
Baby.
So, clearly
animals.
harmless.
He had a sharp stick.
That's right. Like, so I've pictured that I'm shooting one way, like aiming with all my stuff, and then just as a kind of side note, I just reach over and kind of like flick the thing and swipe it across the neck. I just knock its spear out of the way, slice across the neck, and focus back on the big lady.
Rip.
So if it's
Rip.
dead,
Yeah.
then I'm going to also move. Yeah, we're moving.
You're
Over
leaving
here.
me, Vin.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, you did great, Belrissa.
She just got swallowed and spit out, and you're like, oh, you're good. It's fine.
It was a perfect plan. I mean, that's the only way to get Jessie out was
It
for us
did
to go
go
in.
really well.
I thought it was great. But
Larissa is carrying this team right now.
okay, it is her
On
turn.
accident.
She's, oh, no,
I'm
it's
being
Ken's turn.
carried.
It's Ken's turn.
Yes.
Yes.
Ken's
You
your
are
up.
being-
You're
You're
Okay.
doing great too. Just keep shocking it. I think the plan is
Yeah,
going
yeah.
perfectly.
Okay, so I
Plan's going
have a
perfect.
question. So I'm going to attempt to do the lightning strike again with my action, but do these little wispy thing or whatever these light,
Yes,
do they take
yes.
damage from that as well?
If they're in range.
Okay. So I want to not hit myself, and I want it to be at this point right here
Okay.
to hit the big guy and the little tiny things. So deck save 18.
All right. Big guy makes the save, but the little guys do not.
Okay. So what order would you like me to do this?
It's
Or no,
all
I
one
just do
roll.
it all
This
at once.
is
Never
one-
mind.
yeah,
Never
It's
mind.
one
Just
roll,
kidding.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is 15 lightning for the little ones.
All right, so they
And
just
7
poof out
for
of
the
existence. Basically,
Oh,
they just they're dead. These tiny little insects are smoted.
And I'm still in the air, and so for a second, like I see all this, like I see the vomiting out, I see Vin like trying to hit this thing and miss, and then murder a frog and all this, and so I forget that I'm not a druid, so I'm like trying to talk to all of them at once, like oh my gosh, like you're alive, and oh my gosh, Vin, why do you have to kill all the babies? So, it's just like they don't understand me at all.
And as this is happening, Kins, you feel the tentacle go slack as you start to plummet out of the air, and
Oh.
you smash down into the ground, and you see the lumbering body of this huge frog hemoth just start to teeter
Oh,
and fall towards you.
oh gosh, can I?
Make a dex save.
Okay, can I move out of the way?
Are
Oh
you
no, I'm a
within
polar
10
bear.
Are you within 10 feet?
You
of
are
me?
within 10 feet, so you have
Okay.
Plus 2.
plus 2. Yeah.
Okay.
Polar bear
Dex,
stats.
Dex, polar bear. Come on, little polar bear. Oh, wait, this is gonna go just to the DM. Oh, that was a 19 as a polar bear without Jeshi's
Whoa.
whatever.
21.
21.
Okay, you managed to just barely roll out of the way through the mud, and as the lumbering corpse of this thing just falls over and splash.
So is she a brown bear now?
Yeah,
Hey,
bro.
oh.
Yeah, this is more accurate.
Yep.
So since I'm out, can I move?
You can, yeah. You have your movement, though you are prone, so you have to
Oh, I am
use half
prone.
of it to get up.
Okay.
You also notice that as soon as this happens, the one remaining frog who's just like quivering, holding this. It's like a stick. It's like not even sharp. It's just like literally like a stick you pulled off a tree, and it's just like ribbit. Just, and it just slowly starts to back up, and it's like looking around, like it's in a total panic.
So I'm gonna use half my movement to get up, and I'm gonna be like all braced on all fours, and I'm just gonna growl at it, just like.
Make an intimidation roll.
Oh heck yes! All right, how do I do this? What is intimidation?
Brown bear.
Charisma.
Charisma. Okay.
No, it's its own check.
Oh, it is.
It is, but the
Yeah.
bear sheet might not have it.
But I roll as
no,
a bear.
well, this is
Or is this a kin?
this would be Kins. Yeah,
Heck yes. Okay.
if I recall.
Intimidation.
Yeah, 'cause it's a mental-
It is mental.
Yeah.
All right. What was that?
Ooh, there you go.
19.
It pees itself.
It just starts peeing, and it kind of like falls back, and it's just like frantically like it just tosses the stick, and it's for all intents and purposes, this thing is trying to run away.
Oh,
Kira,
no.
it is your turn. You're witnessing this from down
Oh my gosh.
down there. What do you want to do?
I mean, I'll have had the bow drawn, but then just kind of like decide to just put it down and let this thing run away. Like, what am I gonna do? Are these the little fireflies? They're all gone.
There's one by
there's
Spicy
one left
Badger
that's
left.
up by the spicy badger. Yeah.
And then the goat one, is that one dead?
No, that one is still there, just hovering
That
over
one's
the
still
goat.
up. Okay.
And in fact, as you guys are watching this, the creature is just like its mouth is half open, and these buzzing, glowing insects are converging on this thing and seem to be just feeding on the ichor and blood from this thing.
Gross. Okay, well, I can't quite get to where I want to go from where I'm at. So,
If you don't want to shoot something, you can take a dash action.
I can only then go up to 60, and I would need to get. I was gonna try to clap them like mosquitoes.
You.
This was the plan, but I can't quite make it to either one of the ones that's living, even with a dash. Jay, would you say that they're large enough for me to shoot?
Oh, you can definitely shoot them. You would
Okay.
think to yourself, I can. It's just a tiny target, you know. So it's got a high AC because it's so small, but it is
Sure.
definitely hittable.
Okay, all right. So
I mean, you're
I'm gonna
basically
move
a
first.
superhero, you know.
Okay. I'm gonna move first, and we're gonna go to. I will use. Can I combine with a dash? Just
Yeah.
right now. Okay.
Yeah, you can do bonus action dash to move 60 and then still fire
Okay.
your weapon. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go to here, the 60, and get myself up into this spot, and then yeah, I'll try to shoot the one on the goat.
Okay.
Am I still stealth as far as these things are concerned?
No.
No. Okay.
As soon as you move, you're not stealth.
As soon as we're moved. Okay, so we're not no more stealth. All right. Well, let's see what happens. Oh, that was the wrong one. I'm sorry. Let me try this again. 23.
23. Yeah, you just perfect shot. You know, slow motion. The arrow goes right through this thing, and it just pins it against like the ground, and you just see it twitch for a second as it goes. The light dims and goes dark, and immediately as it does, you hear meh, meh, meh.
Right.
This goat just starts jumping around. It's just hopping from fence to fence, like jumping off of stuff, like.
Oh my gosh.
And then as
I
it goes,
saved the goat. I got.
it's
Saved the goat.
screaming and baying and jumping on everything. It starts pooping everywhere. It's just
Oh god.
you've saved the goat.
Big win.
Maybe we should have
This
kept
was
it
more
asleep.
difficult
I
than
don't
I-
know. Yeah, like
We're gonna go ahead and end combat because
Can we say that Jean-Claude eats the other one?
Jean-Claude just turns around, just
Oh my
chomps down
gosh.
on the thing, and
Does he
Then-
start glowing
yes.
from the inside, like a? Like
and
a
then he
thing?
eats the other frog too, just because he doesn't know. Yeah, no,
he has gained new abilities.
No, a glowing badger.
All right. Well done, you guys. The giant corpse of the froghemoth of Mother is lying there. The goat is free. It's just hopping around, starts licking Kira. What do you want to do?
So, in my kind of exhaustion and exasperation, but also because I think magic is hilarious, I just fall back onto the water as if I'm on a raft. I just float around.
Because you can walk on water.
As the tide is coming in, you're just sort of moving back and forth, like it kind of rolls in, and you're just swaying. There's something peaceful about it.
I'm gonna
not
take
taste
the
good.
goat and start to kind of walk towards the rest of the group. Maybe I have a little bit of rope in my bag or something, and just kind of make a little leash for the goat. As I'm walking across the water, I forget that the goat doesn't have. So the goat starts to sink. Oh shit! So I'll pick up the goat. I've slung the goat over my shoulder as I'm walking back towards the goat's coming at you all butt first. just over my shoulder. I'll come back and I'll get to shore, I guess. Where let's see, I'll put over to
Then the
you.
badger looks at you, like, "What? I was supposed to ride up there like this." Yeah.
And we put the goat down and just start to kind of survey the group and
I'm walking up to the
Was
big
that
thing. I don't know, but I'm chopping off one of its eye stalks to take back.
Oh,
Like,
good call.
just because to show them. I mean, we can't take the whole thing back, but we'll show them.
Kira, when we first met you and you were out here like chasing those kind of bandit guys,
Mhm.
do you think it's possible that any of them, like with all their cool treasure, ever got killed by this thing and it like took it down into the bottom of the lake?
I suppose anything's possible.
Well, it would have eaten them,
Like
so the treasure would be inside its belly.
And then it pooped it out. It doesn't keep it in there indefinitely. These are facts of life, Vin.
so
I
you're
don't
like
think I'm gonna be the one swimming down.
Remember,
to
he was a
the-
robot
Died down
for
there?
several months, though.
I'm just saying,
Facts.
like we went into Lazanak's lair. Kira, by the way, we went into a dragon lair.
Tight.
and
That's cool. Yeah, very good.
It was so cool. Oh my god, it was so cool. After that, we kind of
Did you
lost
find a
them
dragon?
into like a demon dimension. Oh, like a full-on talking dragon. Yes.
Yeah.
Sparrow
Oh, that's
has
so
the notes.
cool. Zombie
And-
pirates were not nearly as exciting as a talking dragon would have been. I'm just to be honest.
Yeah, he was like so cool. And then like
Wow.
now he's being corrupted by an untold evil.
yeah, we should.
But
some
the
point we
point
should
of the
save him.
story
Yeah.
is he had like super cool stuff that he was guarding.
Oh,
And like I'm thinking this thing is basically like a water dragon.
yeah,
It probably
sure.
has stuff down there.
Probably. I'm just, I've got other
I
clothes
guess
in the
we
backpack
can-
and all that. I'm not a very good swimmer, so
Hey, Kins, can
Oh.
you go in there?
I
you,
can
you
swim.
right?
Yeah, as a polar bear.
Well,
Or as
what you
anything.
can't do very well is
Amazing.
look for treasure. I wouldn't think. Do you have dark vision?
I do have
As a
dark
polar-
vision.
as a
Oh,
polar
as a
bear?
polar bear, I have a dark vision as Kins.
But maybe you could like be.
I'll
somehow-
Oh, let
jump
me-
down. Oh wait, can we choose to
More
go through the
agile.
water if we have water walking? We
Can
can
you
just.
be a
I can-
shark or something?
Mhm. Or like an
I can
electric
dispel
eel.
it if
and
you want.
One of those.
Or-
I've seen these things that like
I don't know. if I can
literally
actually.
create electricity, so you could just have light down there.
Yeah, let's just dip our head below and see like how big of a hole did this thing come out of?
Oh, we can cast dancing lights down there.
Yeah, like I mean, you and I could see down there just fine
I mean,
with a little bit of.
we can just
little
dive
bit of
down. I'm
dancing
like,
light.
I'm covered in crabs anyway, guys.
Yeah, like I'll jump into the water. I don't think there's anything down there, but I will jump in the water to satisfy Jeshi. So I'll tell him, chop off one of the stalks. Be right back. And then jump into the water and just see, like, I just want to see, was it a little hole? Is this like a big cave that this thing came out of? Like,
is there a treasure chest?
So this
Is it-
was the water has slowly started to fill back in, especially as the tide has come in, and but it is still like displaced just by the size of this thing. It looks like it sort of just burrowed into the mud
yeah.
and just kind of climbed its way back out. But as you go over there, make a perception check.
Sure, it's not an investigation check.
Would this be investigation?
I mean, it's active.
Technically.
He's actively looking for something.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. 19.
19.
Okay.
Looked like it was gonna be a one.
Yeah.
In this mass of mud and what was probably, came out the other end of the monster after digesting who knows what,
Frog shit.
you find about 1,600 gold pieces,
Whoa.
Nice.
a diamond,
Woo.
and several old sets of just what looked like they were probably armor at some point that are just totally destroyed. Similar, a bunch of weapons and just detritus and things that didn't make it quite through all the other side. But you managed to find quite a few shiny things, one of which is a diamond.
And how?
Okay, but the gear, none of it looks usable.
No, it's totally destroyed.
And we don't.
Meta side, how much value of a diamond?
100 gold pieces worth of a
That's
diamond.
not enough, Vin. Look again.
You just send him in there again.
I have it. Who's with me? Is it Belrissa that's with me?
Yeah, I'll go with you.
I mean, because like nobody else knows what I found yet.
No, I know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm afraid of. Is you're gonna keep it and not tell anyone. This is Lynette talking.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I went with you.
I mean, 1,600 gold is a little bit hard to hide, but anyway, yeah. Now I'll come back out and I'll tell them that there was some gold and a diamond. I mean, I'm not going to sit and count 1,600, but
Can I
some
see
gold
the
and diamond. Yep, I'll toss it to you, Jesse.
Okay.
And then
so
like there was a bunch of just ruined junk down there, but
when
good
we were
call,
in
man.
Lazinex's lair, and there was the statue of the Forge Lord, I was like kind of studying it, and that was where I like started to learn how I can bring somebody back to life, but it uses diamond. So this is very good.
all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
I don't-
I'm
I
good
don't-
with bringing people back to life.
It doesn't feel like this is enough of a diamond.
How much of a diamond do you need?
300 gold pieces.
300.
But it doesn't have to be one diamond.
Yeah.
Right.
So this can be a contributing.
when we
There
go
you go.
Okay.
to the
We
mines,
were gonna talk to them. Yeah. What's his face?
Yes. I have
I always
I have
forget his
inquiries
name.
out. I have
Dorian
inquiries
or something.
Hey.
Kira.
I don't know.
I'm
Make
just
a
saying
perception
this
check.
helps cover
Kira.
some of those beer.
Oh yeah.
It was a lot of beer.
out. You gotta spend money. Make money.
You're still wiping mud out of your eyes. You're like, oh, it's finally
Jeez,
over. I
I'm-
can finally get this little bit of mud out of my eye.
I really did not expect this dangerous of a creature this close to Portsmouth.
I thought it was
Like
one
inland.
creature, not one with like a bunch. They were saying mother. It made me feel bad
I
for
don't think it's
killing
their
them,
mother.
but I know, but
I don't
it
think it's their
just
mother.
they seem to have done anything for it. Did you see that first lightning strike I did? And it was just like, here you go.
No, you did lightning?
Oh yeah, you were
bet.
inside of the. I did so
Did you
much
feel
lightning.
it from inside, like a little tingle?
You know, I felt a little tingle, but it's mostly leather, so I feel like it was.
I bet this
absorbed.
thing ate some of those little frogs, like when they didn't bring in other stuff. I don't think there was any love lost between them. But you know, who knows? We're all better off with it dead.
I don't think
okay.
Belrissa tastes very good.
Quick check though, like, is this
'Cause she
new
came in
since?
and
Yeah.
Is this kind of thing like normal pre-calamity? Like that there would just be monsters in the wild, and it's just been a while since we've seen one, or
Yeah, I think
Okay.
too. You know, you might be thinking, as part of the overall theme of like Portsmouth is coming back together a little bit, and it is bringing attention
yeah,
in both good ways and bad. You know, like
Right.
the fact that there were more fish and more things. It's not a stretch that it could have attracted something.
we've started a
dangerous.
massive pig farm for all the bacon we have to eat.
yeah, no kidding. Yeah,
Speaking of
easy
bacon.
food source.
I'm gonna give Jean-Claude a little bit of bacon. Tell him he was a good boy and very brave, and we're proud of him.
Vin,
Bacon
I'm
is
also gonna
extra.
walk
Make a
over to
perception check.
Jean Claude. Try to clean him up because we don't want that smell on him anymore. Just in case.
Vin, make a perception check.
You got
Neither
it,
of
buddy.
us are the perceivers. Oh, 18.
18. Okay. As you guys are kind of just, you're climbing out of the water, cleaning up a little bit, catching your breath after all this, a little bit further south from where you guys are. You've traveled south from Portsmouth, maybe an hour or so. You can see that maybe another 10 minutes walk down as the tide has started to come in, washed up against one of the sort of big bits of grass is what looks like a rowboat, and there are two bodies in the rowboat.
Oh no. Investigate.
Human bodies.
They look human. Yeah.
Okay. How long? How are they dead?
You can't tell. You'd have to go investigate.
I'm gonna investigate. I'm gonna sniff them.
You're gonna sniff them?
No,
I mean, depends
you'd
on
have
how
to go
old
up
they
to
are.
them. You guys are. It's like.
I'll walk up with Belrissa.
Yeah. Well,
Couple hundred
let's all
yards
move
Okay,
that way.
yeah, we're walking there.
All right. So you guys.
Yeah, they're dead.
I will sniff them.
I bring Ziggy back on the way.
As you walk up, as you approach this boat, you see that there are two human men in this rowboat. They are both appear to be alive, but extremely dehydrated and sunburned, and they're barely moving. There's no oars in this boat, and it is just kind of rocking, like with the lapping of the waves. Just like it appears to have just come in with the tide, and it's just, these guys are unconscious but alive.
I don't sniff them then.
Just scanning at their clothing or just what they look like. Is there any like recognizable clothing or who you
Make a
know?
perception check.
Something like that. That is 18.
18. These are definitely sailors. You can tell. There's no recognizable marks or anything like that from their clothing, though you do notice that there are burn marks on both the boat and some of their clothing, and they appear to have been injured, as well as you kind of get the sense that they've been adrift for a while because they're dehydrated and sunburned and pretty beat up. You hear, as you're kind of looking them over, you just hear water.
Yeah. We'll immediately give them something out of our.
Yeah, I'll grab like if there's no
canteen.
water, I'll create water in like our little pouches
Okay.
and hand over to both of them.
So there's two of them. One of them appears to be is a male, probably maybe late teens, early 20s at most, and the other guy appears to be quite a bit older. Grayish beard. The guy that talked was the older one. He takes a sip of your water and coughs a bit, and he tries to sit up but kind of collapses, and you have to help him up a little bit and help them out of the boat. The young kid starts to wake up, and I'm assuming you guys are helping them a little bit.
Yeah, I'll pop a couple points of healing in there.
So they start to sit up, and they gladly take any food or water that you give, and the young kid he's got appears to be a pretty serious wound on his head, and he keeps and even with a little bit of healing, Jesse, you could tell he's a little bit dazed and doesn't really say anything, but the older guy says, "Thank you. I've been adrift for 2 days. Where are we?"
Just a few hours south of Portsmouth.
Portsmouth.
Where did you come from?
From our ship.
And which hails from which port?
We coming up north from Saurus. We were attacked by a black ship. It's come out of nowhere. It's in the night, just I seen the black hull, black sails, and then fire. And everyone was screaming, and I ran to the boat, grabbed the boy, and the rope was cut. We fell down, and so it's just and then I woke up, and we was adrift, and all I seen was wreckage. And
Easy. We're going back to the town. I think we can get you there easily, and I cast Find Steed and create a camel.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Douglas. And with some help, hopefully try to maneuver them up there. It's a 2-humped camel. for 2 people. It's a sedan.
you are you're able to get, what's your camel's name again?
Douglas.
Douglas, yes.
Yeah.
You're able to get the two guys up onto Douglas, and you start to walk back north. Doesn't take maybe an hour and a half. You're a little slow. As the tide has started to come in, you've got to kind of maneuver through the tide pools a little bit as opposed to just walking straight through the mud. Plus, you got Douglas. Takes a little while.
We've got Winnie too.
You got Winnie. Yeah, Winnie's thrown over Kira's shoulder. Just, just you've got a camel and a goat and a badger. And
Polar bear.
No, I'm not polar bear.
Okay.
That would be too.
a lot of animals are happening. Nothing new to this crew. Just as you pass into town, and you're starting to make your way back to the Savior, just to you see that there's you're walking up the harbor way, which is kind of the main strip that goes along the water. You see on the long wooden pier, right near where that big ship was that Belrissa had been looking at just the night before, there's an even larger ship docked next to it. It's the largest ship any of you have probably seen. Bigger than the Rainy Day, bigger than any of the ships that typically come in and out of here. Its charcoal gray sails are furled, and the dark wood of the hull seems almost invisible against the now glassy waters of Rock Harbor. This giant ship is docked right out in front of the Sleeping Savior. Dark sails, dark hull. As you approach, you see the man on the back looking, and his eyes kind of go wide. Vin. Upon seeing this ship, you falter and you keel over a little bit. Everybody, you seem to notice as Vin kind of stumbles a little, and you clutch your chest. Your vision gets hazy. You've seen this ship before, Vin, out on the open water. You've seen the sails disappearing into the mist. You've seen... Have you seen? The vision fades. The memories, you're not even sure if they're your own memories, are gone. When you awaken, you're on one knee and the group is around you. A few minutes have passed as you've sort of blacked out.
Finn, I made you some good berries. Are you okay? I think you might need some food.
Yeah, just long day. But I'll look up at the man. This wouldn't happen to be the ship you were talking about, would it?
He casts you an icy glare, his brows up with a look, the combination of surprise and fear. And he says, "That's where we'll end tonight's session."
Darn it. Oh my gosh.
The man understands cliffhangers.
We will find out next week what this ship is,
my
where it came
gosh.
from,
Oh,
what's going on.
Nice. No, nothing bad happened. It's all good.
no, nothing that affects your ghost robot soul.
No, it's not over. It's
Well-
never over.
Electricity container heart thing.
It's all good.
Nice job, guys. You just
Just
Yeah.
a little
Yeah.
digestion.
Jess, you
Yeah.
got eaten again. We had
Yeah.
some animals.
course.
Immediately, Jay.
Great.
Immediately.
It's the first thing that happened.
Before
He
you
didn't
had
see
to
the
go.
lightning.
I don't
did not
control
even go.
initiative, okay? It was just
I'm
Yeah.
just
it was
saying.
fate.
Now we've got this down. Jesse
We
gets grappled and
practiced it.
eaten.
Everybody
No one
ignores
else
him.
gets grappled. So let
Yes,
someone go in and
it's
get him
just an
out.
Hey, I
unconventional
tried to
fighting
suggestion.
strategy.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes, that was epic.
It was good.
But it's my unconventional fighting strategy. I go for the weakest point, which is often the intestines.
That's right.
Very, very
Fair enough.
unconventional.
That's excellent. All right, good job, guys.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to call out before we wrap for the night?
No, Happy New Year to
Oh,
everyone.
yes.
Happy
I'm
New
excited
Year,
for the
yeah.
new year.
I hope you had a happy new year. Yeah.
It's going to be an epic
2022.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. If you want to catch the rest of the episodes on YouTube, you can go over there and check all of the Chapter 1 episodes, as well as we're just getting started on Chapter 2, so definitely check those out. And yeah, thanks again for watching. And until next week, good luck with your bad plans.